Product Management View webinar series. Before our speaker starts, I've got just a few housekeeping details I'd like to share with our listeners. All of our listeners have a muted line. If you have a question to our speaker about this presentation or any issues with how you're viewing the presentation, please go to the question and answer section on the webinar control panel at the right side of your screen. All questions will be held until the end and addressed by the speaker during the question and answering session at the end. I'd like to now formally welcome you once more to the Product Management View webinar series. I'm John Williams with RIMA Technology Solutions, one of the sponsors of this webinar series, and I'll be your moderator. It's my pleasure to introduce Dan Naden, who will be giving the presentation 1, 2, 3 Launch, 3 Easy Steps to Can't Miss Product Launches during today's webinar. Dan Naden, a 13-year veteran of the online product space, is currently product manager at Builder Home Sites. He guides NewHomeSource.com, the leading new homes portal that connects new home seekers with image, video, and data-rich communities with the nation's top new home builders. Before Builder Home Sites, Dan served successfully as product manager, project manager, and channel manager for Hoovers Online, a top business information service and subsidiary of Dun & Bradstreet. He led sales trainings, directed product roadmaps, and drove large-scale product launches for both the Hoovers free site and paid site. Earlier in his career, Dan served as publisher of Channel 4000, the nation's first profitable TV station website, and publisher of the Antenna magazine and website, The Broadcaster's Guide to the Internet. Dan started his career as VP of Operations at Access Point Interactive, leading product and content strategy. Access Point Interactive was a web publishing software developer and virtual community website builder targeting the local television market. He's a graduate of Valparaiso University's Broadcast Journalism Department and the graduate of the University of Tennessee, Knoxville's Master Program in Communications. With no further ado, I'd like to introduce Dan Naden. Dan, take it away.
Thank you very much, John. I certainly appreciate the opportunity to talk with everyone today, and hopefully I can provide some informative knowledge about product launch and executing a successful product launch. Let's go ahead and get started. I'd like to start us out today with a story. So we all know this upcoming summer, the Beijing Summer Olympics are happening, and a lot of the events are going to be of the track and field variety. So we all know one of the big events is the 100-meter dash or the 200-meter dash, where these sprinters have been training and grinding and toiling for years upon years for that one chance to possibly win the gold medal in that 100-meter dash. A mere 10 seconds, as far as the race duration is concerned, all boils down to all that years and years of training is just for that 10 seconds. They've made sacrifices for this big moment. Their families, their free time, their work has been sacrificed, all for this one big 100-meter dash at the Beijing Summer Games. So 3, 2, 1, and the gun goes off. The sprinters race and push and glide towards that finish line, hoping that they'll win that coveted gold medal. The crowd erupts. The cheering emanates from the stands. But then the racers notice something. As they lunge toward the finish, there's no finish line. All that work, all that preparation, all that dedication, it's perhaps all for naught because there's no finish line. So that should sound familiar to product managers. Oftentimes, we work on a lot of the product definition work, a lot of the scoping work for a new product release, and we sometimes stumble when it comes to executing the go-to-market plan or the launch plan. And really, if you're stumbling on the launch plan or the go-to-market plan, all of that effort, like those sprinters, is wasted because you're not crossing the finish line, you're not introducing the product to market in an impactful fashion. So at a high level, you must have an effective go-to-market plan in place. So what I'd like to talk to you about this morning is that an effective go-to-market plan is grounded in 3 steps. The first step is align. Second step is engage. And third step is train. And here throughout the presentation, I'm going to go through these 3 steps and talk to you about how you need to be focused on these 3 steps throughout your whole go-to-market engagement and launch planning.